Okay, welcome live everyone to Novar Gardens Baton Club. This is round 3 of the singles on day 1. We're about to get underway here. I thought I'd take the opportunity to do a practice stream just while we're all set up. I'll just make some adjustments on the fly just before they start. Just got the one camera set up at the moment. When the final starts later this afternoon, I'll set up the multiple cameras, but for the time being, we'll just stick with the one, just so that you have something to watch. Just some discussions there with the umpire up the end of the piece as we sort some of these other things out. Just make the names a little bit bigger. There we go. As I said, this is round 3 of the over 60s men. James AYRE coming from Newcastle, New South Wales, versus Ian Moore from the Capital Baton Club in Canberra. Plenty of people here today. It is just the men at Novar Gardens at the moment. I'll just pan around, as you can see. Beautiful location here at the Novar Gardens. You can see it is sunny skies at the moment. Peter Masry there warming up on the piece beside, and Frank Romani and Trevor there. A couple of juniors up the end there, Logan. For those unfamiliar, my name's Timothy Stevenson, looking after the stream today and over the weekend. I've just been asked if I take requests for music. Actually, while we're waiting, I might just put some music on, just some hold music. Sorry about that, just engaging in some chit chat just before we start. As we wait for the official siren to go off, just enjoy some light background music. Today's singles games, there'll be 5 qualifying games for each of the rounds or each of the divisions. They're playing 50 minutes plus 1 end, and extra end if the scores are tied. Not quite sure what the hold up is here. Maybe one of the previous games from the previous round must have went to an extra end, but we can't be too far away. More people coming out from inside, so we can't be too far away. As you can see, it's quite busy here today at Novar Gardens, and it is just the men. The women are playing at two other clubs in Adelaide, one at the Eastern Suburbs Baton Club and the other at the Adelaide. The women for both divisions, they'll play their 5 qualifying games at those pistes before making their way back to Novar Gardens to play their finals matches. You can see there in the chat some feedback. The chat is active, so if you are watching and you are enjoying it, by all means, chat away, I can see it. Just some feedback there to say that the audio was clear. We were having some issues yesterday with the audio, with the delay. I'm hoping I've fixed that now. I think it was an issue with the heat on the equipment. But we are a little bit more protected here now in a little tent, so hopefully we don't run into the same issues. Turn that music off before I forget. There we go. Just pivot across while we wait. Beautiful little setup here at Novar Gardens. They've done a great job in setting it up for the weekend's competition. Tents and chairs and everything else that goes involved to running a successful competition. So thanks to all the volunteers yesterday and over the last few days, getting it all set up for a successful weekend. As I said, I've only got the one camera set up just for these round matches. When we go to live stream the final, I'll bring the other 2 cameras out for a more covered view of the piece. They are only playing one piece at the moment, but the final will be played across these 2 pieces here that you can see. Might just take the opportunity to make sure the instant replay is working, so just allow me to do that now. Watch Peter do this shot. There we go. Let's see if we can replay that. Yep, looks to have worked, so we're all good. We're just waiting for the official start now. I don't have the bull counter on at the moment. There is a bull counter, but because I've got so many things to manage, I'll just turn that off and keep track of the score. Okay, it looks like they may have started here because they are playing. There wasn't any. No, they haven't. They're just practicing. So I'll stop that. as I said, they're playing 50 minutes plus one end. So we'll start that timer when that siren goes off. I'll just save some pre-shot camera locations. There we go. Make things a little bit easier for myself. If you haven't already, subscribe to Petanque Australia. That way you should get notified when we go live, particularly this afternoon. And there's the siren, so we'll start the timer and away we go. James AYRE versus Ian Moore. Looks like James won the toss. He'll be going first. See where he puts the jack. Looks like it's about 8 meters or so. I'll just mark it. So this is Ian Moore here from the Capital Petanque Club. See what he can do. First ball. Just pushing it a little bit long. Jim will come up and have a bit of a look. James also goes by Jim. He's a fellow club member of mine at Newcastle Petanque Club, New South Wales. Not a bad ball by Jim. Good weight. Taking the point. And we'll try and come in and outpoint that now. As you can see, we've got games either side of us there. Trevor and Frank, two other Newcastle Novocastrians, and Peter Masri there, making almost a good shot against Alet Bit from Sydney. Ian pointing in. May have taken the shot there as the jack from the other game has come across. Must have been a bit too long there by Ian. Ian pointing here now and dropping it short. A little bit frustrated with himself with that one. As I said, this is round 3 of the over 60s men. 3 of 5. They're playing 5 qualifying games before the start of the knockout. Good ball there by Jim, coming in nicely. And we'll just save that shot. We'll replay it as they put the score on. And another good ball there. Maybe 3 points here for Jim. There's a confirmation. As we watch that on the replay. 3-0 to Jim. Let's see how we go with the jack being played the other way. As I said, we've only got the one camera set up. I'll bring the other 2 out for a full setup when it comes to the finals. So just zoom in, see where he puts the jack. Yeah, it's not quite possible for me to set the other camera up at the other end of the piece, purely because there's games going on either side. So we'll see what Jim does here. And it's not a bad ball. And stepping into the circle. And pushing that one long. Calls from an umpire. There are a few umpires around today. Thanks for their hard work over the weekend. It's not an easy job. Just we've got a pause here from a stray ball from parallel game. And that's a good ball. Well done, Ian. Jim's going to come in and shoot that. I'll play the replay shortly, unless Jim does something good here. Just watch Ian's point. It's a good ball. Jim having a bit of a look what he's going to do here. He might be tempted to shoot, although it does look like it's behind the jack a little bit. See what he does. Yeah, a bit of weight. Ooh, not quite straight. 1 point there for Ian, making the score 3-1 as we move on to N3. So you can see lots of players here today playing the singles, national singles. Players all around here in this little park area. Still 25 degrees, it is sunny, 10:30. Starting to warm up. Now, they might want to check this because it might be a little bit too close to that other jack on the opposite piece, but we'll see. Peter Masri on the opposite piece, putting a good ball in there, as you can see. And Ian pointing in now. Just drifting to the left-hand side, he's left. And again, a touch long. I believe there's also a live stream happening on the Facebook, Petanque Australia Facebook page, covering the women's games at the two other locations before making their way back here. Good point by Jim. See how Ian responds as I give him a bit of room there. Yeah, better ball there by Ian. See what Jim can do with that. We'll just quickly watch it as Jim makes his way to the circle. See what Jim can do. Oh, fantastic shot. knocking the ball right out of the way. We might watch that again. And just pushing it long, I think, from this angle. So we watch Jim's shot. And just notice that Jim's name's been put in backwards. So we'll fix it up. There we go. Sorry, Jim. Two points for Jim, making the score 5-1. So we head on to end 4. Be happy with his lead here after the 3 ends. A couple of multiples there for Jim. See where Jim puts the jack for us. Hopefully we get, there we go. Bit of shaky vision there from the camera. It is a bit windy, so I might just adjust it a little bit. Apologies about that. Just moved the camera off the tent as the wind is starting to pick up. Looks like Jim got that one a touch short. It's a good ball there by Ian. See, we'll just squeeze that in while Jim's coming to look. Nice ball there by Jim, trailing the jack back. Watch that on the replay. Comes in straight towards the jack. Taking it back. Bit of praise there from his opponent. Ian being a good sport. Ian just assessing his options. See how we'll deal with this. Oh, shooting, just drifting. See if we can quickly get this. And shooting again, and making contact. Jack not moving all that far. We watch that on the replay. Jim might still be holding in the back. He'll come into point anyway. Just getting over the front, touching the jack again, and taking the point. Looks like 1 point there. Making the score 6-1 as we head on to N5. Looks like Jim's throwing the jack about 7 metres there. See what he can do. Taking a healthy lead. Yeah, and putting a good ball in, putting Ian under a little bit of pressure. Ian pointing, just pushing it a little bit too long. Good ball there by Ian. He may have taken the point. We'll just watch that on the replay. Sorry, I was just having a bit of a chat there. Oh, it may have pushed onto Jim's ball there. And there's call for an umpire. Must be close. You can't quite see the jack. It definitely came towards Jim's ball. We'll just watch it again. It's the trouble only having the one angle. The umpire will tell us. Later this afternoon, I'll have the 3 cameras set up, so things like this shouldn't be too much of a problem, with a camera situated at either end of the piece and one in the middle. If anyone is watching at home, I might just do a quick sound check. If you can just let me know in the chat if the audio's okay. We were having issues with the audio yesterday. And just let me know if the camera microphone, not my microphone, the camera microphone needs to be adjusted down, because I have a feeling this one picks up a lot of noise. Jim to play. You won't be happy with that one. Just pushing it wide. That one, not too bad. Just going to open up another control panel, see if I can have a bit of a look. Ian to play, just while I do this. I'm hoping by doing this we don't... Oh, just touching Jim's out. Still only 1 point though. We're on to N6, and the score is 6-2 to James. What I might do is just I'll just change the input and see if that audio is any better. So we'll just lose the image there for a second. There we go. I don't normally use this camera, this single camera for the audio. It's normally the other two, but we'll make do with this one only because it's the easiest one to set up as a single camera. And Ian puts a good ball in there. As a reminder, please subscribe to Petanque Australia's YouTube channel, and that way you can keep up to date as the ambulance goes past. Keep up to date with all of the live streams over the course of the weekend. And as I mentioned before, there is a live stream happening on Facebook for some of the women's matches. 27 degrees now at Novar Gardens. It's starting to warm up. It's only 10:30, so there might be a bit more to come. As Jim puts a good ball in there. Curled around very nicely onto the ball to take the shot. So we see that there, just a little bit at the end. And Ian trying his best to remove it. As you can see, Ian is from the Capital Baton Club in the ACT. Pushing that one long as well. Jim pointing, another good ball comes in. I'm going to say it's 2 to Jim, making the score 8-2. Jim just puts the score on there. Yeah. As mentioned, this is round 3 of the Australian National Championships singles. This is the over 60s men's division. And I do apologise for any slurred speech of mine. It is quite difficult to talk and commentate with the audio being fed back to you as a slight delay. So that's probably why I'm speaking in short sentences, just so I don't slur my words. As we see, Jim puts a good ball there, sitting right in front. Now, if this game finishes early, which is no guarantee, I might just pivot the camera to one of the other games just to see out the round. So we see Ian play. Looks a bit too heavy. So of course, the 17th of April 2025. Singles being played today, mixed doubles tomorrow, followed by the doubles on the 19th and 20th, and the triples being played on the 20th and the 21st. Jim's still holding with the ball in front, and we'll want to put this one in, limit the damage here. And he's done so, perhaps. Might have gone a little bit wide. Jim signaled to it, so we'll see what happens. He's holding there, perhaps trying to play that front one in to make another point. So we'll just wait for confirmation after Jim plays this ball. He might just touch it. And he has. Well done. It's a good shot there. I'm going to say it's 3 points. So we come up and have a look. We're still just looking. They're calling for a tape, so while they're doing that, I might just watch that replay. You can see Jim pushing the front ball and coming through with it. Now, was it enough though to make a 3rd point? Be big for Jim if it did. Push him out to 11. 11-2 in a time game. Very handy. Confirmation there, 3 points. So Jim will be very happy with that. Making the score 11-2 to James Ayre from Newcastle. Playing against Ian Moore from the Capital Baton Club. Jim opting for another 7 to 8 metres here. It's doing him the world of good at the moment. Score like that, why change it? Just pushing that one a little bit too long. Ian coming in and holding. It is a time game. They are playing 50 minutes plus one end. It's just gone past 26 minutes, so there's still plenty of time for Ian to come back in this one. Ooh, Jim just pushing the jack a little bit towards. No, there we go. And so he just wiggles it on the way through. You'll have to go up and mark it as well. It's one of the rules. When the jack moves, it needs to be marked. You risk getting a yellow card. And Jim just pushing that one along as well. He'd be a little bit upset with that, given his score. He's been playing well. Opens the door for Ian to make some points back. It's not over yet. Let's see where Ian's got for us. Come on. Ooh. Looks long. Jim being very sportsmanlike, marking the jack for Ian. And playing again. Oh no. Oh no. He's pushed the jack and may have given Jim the game here. He has. That's bad luck there for Ian. Very bad luck. Shaping up for 3 points for Ian, and he's just moved the jack towards Jim's 2. You can see this on the replay. The last thing he wanted to do was move that jack, and he has. You can see by his response that he knew what he'd done. So the score ends there, 13-2, Jim beating Ian. Thanks for watching. What we might do is we might just pivot across to one of the other games. Jim's just coming across saying he'll watch that game again. It was a very good performance. So what I'll do is I'll just step away from the mic and I'll get the score here on Peter and Alex. Oop. And we'll just follow this game for the remainder of the round. There is still 20 minutes. So bear with me as I get the score. Won't be too long. Okay, we'll pick the action back up. Peter Masery. It was 9-7. I'll just wait to see what the score was there for Alex. So we do have Peter Masery now back in New South Wales for the Bull Artiste Baton Club based in Sydney, versus his clubmate Alex Vitt, also a Bull Artiste from Sydney. That of course was Alex playing his bull. Peter to play now. Peter pointing. It's a good shot. Just watch that on the replay. Right in front of the jack. Perfect ball. Alex will try and deal with it. Now these two men are in the open division. Ooh, just missing. So the score's 9-7, but I haven't put the score in from the last end. So once this end is done, I'll confirm the score again. Alex, of course, winning the last end. Okay, Peter's opportunity to make some points here. And try and replicate the first shot. There was nothing wrong with it. Right line, just pulling it a bit short. Ooh, pulling that one short as well. So it looks like 1 point to Peter. So I'll put that on, but I'll just confirm Alex's score. Just so that it's 10-8. Peter, of course, having spent a bit of time in Adelaide, so he'll be familiar with this piece. But as I said, he's recently moved back to Sydney, playing in Sydney, the Bull Artiste Baton Club, as you can see on his bright red shirt. Just checking the length here, might be a bit short. bit short there. Alex takes it on to about 8 metres. Peter to play first. As I said, thanks for watching. I'll be live streaming the finals this afternoon and from the other disciplines across the weekend. This is more of a practice stream, just as we watch some of the round matches, just to make sure everything's right. I've only got the one camera set up at the moment, but we'll bring the other two out. So we see Alex probably takes a point there. We bring the two cameras out for the final, just so we got a view from all around the piste. Get right up close to the action wherever the jack goes. It's close. We're measuring. Zoom in. Just a temperature check. It has dropped. It was 27 before, now showing as 26, approaching 11 o'clock. It is very sunny though. Front one's still holding. So Alex will have to play again. I'll just tilt up to the sky. You can see there's not much cloud cover. It is very warm. A little bit of wind, keeping the temperature down just a little bit. And a good ball there by Alex, right next to the jack. Peter Masri coming into play. See if you can deal with this one. Just dropping a bit short to the right hand side. He goes again. Does he get there? I'm going to say it's just short. Alex holds with the point. He's got the one at the back too. If he touches this jack at all, it might be an alright outcome for him, but he'll be more than happy just to point in. Looks long. 1 point to Alex. Close game. 10-9. If anyone's from here. So we can see there. Double playing there. See what's going on the other side. Looks like we've got Logan there in the orange and a few others. So we return back to this game. Okay, Alex to play in his lovely Hawaiian shirt. Taking a bit of a bad bounce, bouncing off. Looked all right out of the hand. Peter just cleaning his spot. He'd be wanting to put a bit of pressure on now that the scores are close. And he's done so. Oh, just rolling out. Still a good ball though. Alex straight into the circle. He's confident. Ooh, and the ball following it the same way. Out to that left-hand side, he's left. A little bit upset with that one. Come on, Alex, put it in. Similar to the first. Peter with the game in hand. He's got two left. Plenty of room. Let's see if he can capitalise on it. Oh, no. He's upset there. He knew that getting that in would go a long way to winning the match. And it's just veered to that left-hand side. You can kind of see there is a bit of a gully there, which is why the balls aren't playing straight. And that one has for him. So it'll be 2 points to Peter, putting him on 12. Still plenty of time in the match. They're playing 50 minutes plus one end, so there's still another 11 minutes to go. You'd think with a score like this, they should be finished before then. And you can see the umpire carrying a yellow card in his hand, so I'm going to suggest a bit of action here. Just move away from that. Let's focus on the game. A little bit of a interruption there. Peter goes to play. We find the jack, and it's a good ball. That makes 13 for him. Alex will have to deal with that. Just thinking about his options here. He's shooting. Oh, and it's a good shot too. Well done, Alex. We'll watch that on the replay. Just what he needed. Nice loop to the ball. Staying for the point. Pressure back on Peter now. See what Peter can do. You'd like something similar to the first. It's a bit short, but it's a good ball right in front. Alex will have to think about what he wants to do here. Does he continue with the attack? Or does he take the option to point in, get one a little bit closer, let Peter play his last? Opting to point. And it's a good point there. I'm going to say it's enough. Yeah, it is. Peter's coming to the circle. That's all that was needed. Peter pointing just past his front one next to the jack. It's a good ball, that one. Pressure ball. Okay, come on, Alex. What can he do? Shooting and hitting. What a good shot. He needed it too because it lined up. So it'll be 1 point there for Alex. It's a great shot. Watch it there on the replay. Beautiful Caro. Look at that. Sitting next to the jack. He's even happy that I've caught it live for him. No doubt he will go back tonight and watch that, I'm sure. 10-12. Still anyone's game. Alex with a little bit of momentum now. He'll be playing off that confidence. And playing the jack right next to the string there. That is a dead ball line. See if it comes into play. Just see if we can get the jack and the player in shot. Yep, here we go. He's pumping himself up. Let's go, Alex. It's not a bad ball to start with, particularly when the string's there. It's almost like a game of chicken. You don't want to risk it too early. Get one on the piece and go from there. So Peter's going to point. He's just going to try and come out and point that. And it's a good shot. Well done, Peter. And watch that on the replay too. Beautiful ball. Alex is going to have to deal with this one. Pumping himself up. Alex fit. Ooh, he wasn't far off either. Now what's he going to do here? Because he's only got one ball left. if he was to kill the jack by hitting the bull, Peter will win because he's got one left. He's going to try anyway. Nice carrow here. Come on. And just missing. That's the game. It's a good match. You can see both players are still very happy with how they played. 10-13. Not missing by much in that one. That was Peter Masri, Alex Fit. Still a few games going. There is another 5 minutes before the siren goes for those that haven't finished. As we just pan around, I will end the stream shortly. You can see here how beautiful the Novar Gardens Petanque Club here is in Adelaide, South Australia. Clouds starting to come across, which is probably why the temperature's dropped just a little bit. I'm sure the players are very happy about that. It's just past 11 o'clock now, Adelaide time. As I mentioned, that was round 3 of the qualifying games, 3 of 5. I think we'll be stopping for a brief lunch break before we return for round 4. And the women are playing at 2 separate venues, 2 other venues across Adelaide. They'll come back here after their qualifying games to play their knockout series. We will be bringing you one of the finals of one of the divisions live this afternoon. I think the official time, Adelaide time, is 4:50. I'll just turn the mic off now while we watch the last of this game, and instead I'll just put some music on instead. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. I might just end the stream there as we all go in for a lunch break. I might just put the battery back on charge and I'll see if I can bring you round 4 later this afternoon. Stay tuned, it's not an official scheduled event, so you'll just have to wait for me to go live if we do any more qualification rounds. Otherwise, I will see you later this afternoon for the final, one of the finals. See you then.